Hey.
Yo. I'm recording.
Well, go on. What are you saying? What are you
I'm
telling
actually
me?
recording. We
That's
actually
calm.
did a whole 20 minutes of talking.
Yeah.
And I didn't press the record button, so
It's a calm
yeah.
thing, though. You get it.
It's
Hakuna
calm.
Matata. Like, listen to Timon and Pumbaa.
that's it.
Yeah, it means no worries, man.
You gotta talk to the mic.
Listen,
'Cause
let me
it's-
make another mistake. Let them, this blooper reel, what? Fight me. Come fight me like Lomachenko.
That's it. That's your camera anyway.
I don't care. I'll look at whatever camera. I'm being belligerent. Hey, big up you lot, man. We'll have to make this banterish anyway.
We are back boxing with the man them. It's been like,
bruh.
3-4 years since we've done our last recording.
Bruv, my bed's growing longer.
Life's
Life in, innit? I lie?
Yeah.
It's just bills and money being made. That's what we can do, you know.
Cost of living.
Cost of living, crack. Listen, talk
we
to
did
your
it before
government.
COVID and everything, innit?
They locked me up for years. I feel like Econ. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused.
It is what it is. We're back now. We're gonna do our best to be more consistent.
Even if we don't, what are you gonna do? Don't say nothing to him. Are you
Don't
mad?
listen to him. We're gonna do this. We're gonna be more consistent.
Best call us and say, come back to boxing with the man. Show us that you want us.
Yeah. We're gonna share our opinion on the boxing world today.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start with Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
UK, Irish fighter.
Yeah.
Fight was done by Matchroom Medihan.
Good.
Very good fight.
Good fight. Very
Really
good show.
enjoyed that.
Apparently, the show
the whole
was
bill
really,
was
really
really good. I really enjoyed it. The Irish really know how to really turn up because when Conor McGregor came into that place,
Did he walk out with her?
no, he didn't. He came in, I think like midway,
Just
and
to come support.
you could hear it through the speakers
Sick.
of the TV how loud it was. It was mad, and I can imagine if you were there,
Crazy.
insane.
It's a show thing, bro.
Yeah, so it was really good that everyone turned up, especially the stars in Ireland. They all turned up. We had a lot of UK fighters. Actually, something that did happen. Conor Ben ran into Kell Brook.
You forgot about that one. See, it's good that we reloaded this. I sing God. God is great. Come on.
That was a mad thing, seeing that.
What do you think?
Before we get on to that,
Okay.
let's make sure we give the time for Katie Taylor.
Big up her.
That was a great show.
She tried to make it.
Chantal Cameron definitely deserved it.
Big up her.
They've said they're going to do a rematch.
Let's see it happen.
I don't know.
It was
It
convincing.
wasn't- yeah,
it was
very
convincing.
convincing.
It was convincing.
I think Chantal probably give a...
Two-weight champion now.
Yeah, we'll...
It's
No.
Oh,
It was
Katie
just
Taylor
one.
was trying to be a two-weight champion.
Yeah,
She tried.
so-
She tried. But apparently Chantal's unified. She got all the belts.
Yeah, so she tried to take all her belts. So imagine
Tried.
how it would have been some Conor McGregor.
You risk
style,
it.
like-
But she still got her belts in the other division, innit?
Yeah.
So she
she's
can go
good.
again in the other division.
I don't think she'll fight in her division. I think
She's too big.
That loss, she has to avenge it. It's her first loss, remember?
Yeah. But because she's too big for her division.
Yeah, nah, that beating was convincing. It's just
Just
what
too
was
big, too
coming
strong.
back wasn't doing anything, and it never phased Chantal to come.
Yeah.
So yeah,
gets like
I'll
that.
watch it. Don't get it twisted.
I'll
I'll
watch it,
definitely
yeah.
watch the fight.
Gets
I'm
like
actually happy that we're in a stage where like we can watch women boxing and be very much entertained.
I love it.
I
man.
feel like the quality now, the pedigree
It's better.
is so much better, and it's consistent.
Yeah.
So now it's not just one person getting a bag.
Yeah. And they
It's
actually making money.
everyone
You
getting
can live
the
off
bag
it.
across the division.
There's actually
People are
people.
getting sponsorships. People are recognizing
It's a good look.
their names are becoming household. And in Ireland, like Katie Taylor's like a boxing god out there.
That's what
like,
you need.
She's inspired
Star.
a whole generation, and
You need, man.
I'm really happy about what she's done for
Expand the
boxing
sport. Yeah.
and boxing in Ireland.
All the levels of it.
So yeah, but getting to the politics of the night, there's a clip that was going around on Twitter. Kell Brook was having an interview done. Kell Brook's turned around on that, wagwan.
Yeah.
That's like wagwan.
That's good.
My man started switching. Like obviously,
What was he saying to him?
you don't even get to hear what he actually said, but it's like straight away.
On him.
Conor Ben's on smoke.
On him.
Bruh, that what time you're on? I think, you know what it is? I've never really seen Conor Ben as the bad guy. Now, when I say that, he's not his dad, innit? But like in the last 2 years, I've seen his whole persona change.
Bro, he's been the bad guy.
Ah, man,
He's the heel.
He's not bad like that.
No, we're not talking like he's a driller. Like obviously,
obviously
like,
he's not a
like,
driller,
I
but
know, but I'm screaming that he's never been a goody two shoes. Although he doesn't look, I'm not saying he was brought up with a silver spoon, but obviously he comes from boxing royalty. He's the prince, and he's moving like a prince. He's moving like, I want that bag, and I've been getting that bag, and I want to make that bag off people that are names to make me that bag. Why is he going for Kell Brook's not got a title? He's building up a fight. He's trying to give Kell Brook a payday, give himself a payday, because it's a payday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad at Conor for it. I'm just screaming, is he, once he fights Kell Brook, once he has a sham fight with Eubank, if they ever get a chance to do that again, is he really trying to be the best at 147?
That's true.
I'm not.
But there are fights out there that you should be taking.
I don't think fighting Kell Brook at this stage of his career makes any sense. But I'll watch it, because I feel like at this stage in boxing, there's so many tiers and categories. You got the KSI tier that's still lit. You got Paige Keki's tier that's lit. You got the Kell Brook. That's what we want to see. We want to see everybody fight in their level and fight in their lane, and make me want to watch fights, even if it's not the top. Because not every day I'm going to watch unified fights. Yeah. I want to see the other fights, other fighters. So I'm happy to see it happen. If that's the way he wants to build it, let him build it. But he's always been like this. Yeah, he's always been a very aggressive.
I feel like now it's more
mean-spirited.
It's a bit more now, because that
he's been through a lot. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
That's what I'm saying.
The drug thing.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like now, in the last year, I feel like the level of I need to prove things to people, or this and that, it's now like on a whole time. So I feel like any time, I think even after that, he got into it with Liam Smith. And I was like, right, like,
don't do that.
And I'm like,
you want to fight Pacquiao?
Like,
I wouldn't mind seeing that though.
You really want to get a beat?
He wants her bag.
Because at the end of the day, like, you could all say this, but like Conor Ben ain't that slick where like he can't get touched himself, you know.
But
like Kell Brook could easily beat him as much as he thinks he could beat him.
But you see the thing what Conor Ben's doing, and although he's misbehaving, it's WWE right now. Did you get it? It's WWE. He needs to get his bag. This is his career. He's people put money in his pockets. He's got a Reebok sponsorship. You get me? He's living good. Like he's living good. He's making a lot of money as a boxer who's never had a title. He's got a big name. Sky Sports are really behind him. They mess with him heavily. So
I think it's Matchroom, isn't it?
Yeah, Matchroom. Yeah, they mess with him heavily. He's gonna go and try and get big fights. Kell Brook is Matchroom. He's gonna try it. They're gonna try and negotiate with Pacquiao. They're gonna try and get Eubank to suck down to their division. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to do his thing, let him do his thing. But when doing your thing, this is a real sport. It's not like wrestling where they say, "Oh, Stone Cold, you have to be the champion for the next 5 years because you're really popular." Bruv, if you get chin checked, you get chin checked. He's improved. Obviously, the drug thing. You know, it's giving a lot of, but then if I say his name, I need to say Canelo's name, I need to say Fury's name, I need to say all of them's name. So for me, for the drug thing, I'm not out here to point fingers. I just know how boxing goes, innit? So if we move past that, if the boxing world want to move past that, I ain't got time to do back to a gadget. It's above my pay grade. Unless you want to pay me a salary to come and investigate these guys, I ain't got time. So let's just stick to the skills. With or without drugs, is he beating Pacquiao? I want to see it. Is he beating Kell Brook? I want to see it. If you're giving the mouth, don't let me find out you're fighting some next journey, man. I don't know their name. Yeah. You now said that you want Kell Brook. It has to be Kell Brook-like fighters from now on. That's what I'm screaming.
Yeah.
You get it?
And that's what we want to see. So despite that, it was still a great night of boxing.
Yeah, 100, man. I love it.
Stayed up to watch that. And then, I went to nap. And then I was like,
The Devin thing.
You know, like...
Zamaza.
The way... See, this is why, a long time ago, me and you always said that we watch boxing on mute. Because if you're not careful, you're listening more than you're actually watching.
The top rap propaganda.
And
despite,
Bradley,
nonsense.
You know now that, Devin Haney's won that fight. Cool.
It was close, though.
It was close.
If it went Lomas, I wouldn't have complained.
That,
if it got a draw, I wouldn't have complained. I wouldn't have complained. No,
Loma won.
I wouldn't have complained. It was so close. So I wouldn't.
But to make it out that it was a robbery.
You're doing too much.
If you don't like Devin Haney,
just say so. Just say don't like him. He's a
just say you don't like the guy.
Just say this.
But I will like to mention that what happened pre-fight with the push-in doesn't work.
Devin needs to stay in one character. It's either your pretty boy Floyd thanking Allah, Jesus, whoever you want to thank. Big up all my Christians, Muslims, everyone that's religious or whatever. Or you're Money May and you're the bad guy. And listen, if you're ready to take the booze to sell your fights because you're not, exciting like someone like Tank where you're knocking people out, and you want to be a technical boxer and you want to do it like Fury does it, and you're going to play the bad guy and keep it consistent.
Yeah.
People don't like the flip-flopping.
Facts.
You're coming out saying Alhamdulillah, you get me my faith, and like no one's saying that you're not sinful. You can be sinful, you can have problems, we're all human, innit? No matter what you believe in or whatever. But if you portray good guy image and you come against another good guy and that good guy's outgooding you, then stay bad guy character for the moment, for a while, because we just don't understand why you're not used to getting booed now. You should be getting booed. Why not? You push the guy. You're trash. Imagine you're pushing the guy for you trash talking him. You know Loma's not that energy. Save that for Ryan. Save that for Tank. Save that for Shakur. Shakur knew that would be beautiful. The American audience like that. Loma's from Ukraine. It's a different culture. They like respect. They like, you get it. He's going to be the ticket seller, which he is.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like Tank's, this Devin's last 2 fights, he had to go across the seas because he can't draw the crowd Gambosa can. Yeah. So I'm just screaming that if you know your crowd, just watch it, because Mayweather was Money May and he saw Pacquiao, and did he do what he done to Andre Berto or Oscar de la Hoya? No, because he knew the Pacquiao situation is a different energy.
Yeah.
This is a real fight.
And Floyd was on top of the hill.
Top of the hill, but at the same, he didn't come at Pacquiao like, you're a bum. He did, because he knew that, this is that fight don't need to sell itself. Let me be respectful like he's been respectful, because I respect this guy.
Facts.
Pushing him, I get it, you're trying to sell the fight, but the fight's already sold. Just don't disrespect him. And it just comes across as distasteful. Then obviously people are going to have problems with it. But Devin, what do you think about the fight? What do you actually think about?
I've watched it so far because it's still very much early. It's Sunday today.
Yeah.
And I watched it twice.
Wow.
First time, I was like, all right, cool. Went online to see the comments because I was all right with the decision. I never thought, even when I heard the booing in the background.
So we're watching it both times, Devin.
The second time, I then started to see why people thought Loma won it. And the main reason why is because it was the last half of the fight.
That's what I saw.
That's totally fine. But even in that last half of the fight, there was a lot of swing rounds.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is, if you're a contender coming for the champion, you need to take that off him.
Yeah.
There was no part, except for round 10
and
maybe 11, where you could say Loma completely dominated Haney.
Yeah.
And the 12th round, I saw Max Kellerman's card. You gave it to my man. You gave it to Loma.
It's a top rank show, isn't it? It's a top rank show.
I'm like, this is definitely a Haney round. But cool. But it's boxing politics.
Yeah.
Cool, I watched it. But then I saw online, I was checking the comments, I saw Robbery. Robbery, are you taking the piss? I'll give you proper examples of Robbery. Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor. Robbery.
That was Robbery.
You could argue the Andre Ward versus Kovalev.
Robbery.
The first one.
Yeah.
Robbery.
Calm. Yeah. Easy.
So for you to kind of like say anything, we can't get into this culture of, because your favorite fighter lost, it's a robbery.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
and I used to be there.
Allow listen, Canelo Lara, I said that was a robbery.
When Chris Eubank lost to Billy Joe Saunders,
you said it was a robbery.
I said it was a robbery.
You're mad.
I was upset, but I was a fanboy.
But we want to be fanboys. That's the game of the sport. You have fans.
As I've got older and mature, it's like, okay, cool. You have to start looking at boxing very objective to really enjoy it, because you're gonna start looking for your boxer to do what they.
But it's like football, innit? Same energy, innit? You got your team. You want your team to win. You see it for your team. That's why you're not a judge.
I think. Well, see,
that's why you're not a judge.
The difference with football is that the whole thing is the score decides the game. With boxing, it's like it's still people. It's still you're fighting for people's opinions. So it's like
100.
On the night,
100.
People might not look at Devin Haney as pound for pound or even top 10 pound for pound, but I'm looking at him like we're being overly harsh on him. But his CV is better than Tank.
Yeah, his
CV is better than Shakur.
Yeah,
his CV is better than Ryan Garcia.
Facts.
And all of these young boys. He has the best CV right now.
Facts.
He's fought champion upon champion.
Facts.
He went all the way to Australia, done it twice, and fought Loma.
Facts.
Tank could have fought Loma.
Facts. It's true.
Shakur, they said he's too young, too small.
It's true.
So we have to start kind of like being a bit fair and objective instead of just being like,
100.
I just don't like him as a person.
100. That's what it is. I prefer Loma. I like Loma. People like Loma's style, and then that's what they're going off of. But to play devil's advocate, obviously, because otherwise it'll just be mad. I'll just agree with you all the time. And obviously what you're saying is facts. But with the eye test, because it's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen a situation where he's ticking all the boxes. He beat one of the best fighters pound for pound in Loma. He's got all the belts. First unified champion at lightweight division since the 4-weight division classes were made. One of the youngest, I think maybe even the youngest to do it. Great record, great series, beating everybody. But my eyes, the information is like, the information is there. It's all adding up. He should be top pound per pound. And I feel like he should be, but my eye test is saying, something's not giving. I don't know where it is, but something's not giving.
You almost feel like he's a duck in a big pond.
I feel like he's a good name for Shakur or Tank right now. I don't feel like he's the guy. I feel like he'll give the guy a good name. Does that make sense?
Okay, let me ask you a
question.
question.
He's a good body on your resume, but he's not the guy. Because if he goes to 140, I don't think he'll be the guy. And if he stays at 135, Shakur went in the ring, bro. And Shakur's cheeky. Shakur's like, where's he gone? How's he right? Come chat to him.
Hey, but he could have. He probably was already leaving anyway. He just had a fight in it. So
same way he pushed Lomachenko and he was gone. Like, it's very quick. It's very fast.
Consistent.
It's very consistently fast. That's why you had an interview. You're gone. Shakur gets in the ring. Shakur's like, what you guys got? Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yeah.
So, and you're saying you want to go to 140. I'm confused.
Well, he's a unified champion. We're not talking about someone who's got one belt. So he like the whole. Well, I've always said the whole point of becoming unified is that you clean your division
and you leave.
Now, I know Shakur and Tank flirt with the division, but they're not full on 135s.
Yeah.
So they go up and down, up and down. So they're not really competing in that division to collect belts. They're more like, if the check is right, man's coming up. If it's not, I'm going to stick to my weight class. So that's why I said with the Loma and Tank, that fight could have happened time ago when Loma had the belts. Do you see what I mean? They said Mayweather, smart man, said not now. And to be honest, I ain't going to lie to you, that was a good decision.
I think Tank beats Loma.
Yeah. But
he
didn't think that 4 years ago.
I didn't, no. You're right.
You know what I mean? He didn't think that 4 years ago until people saw Loma get beat. And this is the thing. The history books will say Teofimo was the guy that done it, not Tank. And this
you mean Devin?
No. But Teofimo was the one that took the belt first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Loma.
Yeah, not Devin.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about in regards to Tank. Because Tank had the opportunity to fight him. And
that's what I'm saying. The eye test is giving me more than what. That's the thing about this whole game, is that I might be wrong. You get it? Because you know what?
I would argue with what you're about to say is that Devin Haney has fought the better fighters, so it would be hard for him to look great.
That's where the debate comes in. That's where you can't gamble on boxing. That's why I have to see the fights.
If you're bringing me Ryan Garcia fight as like something to prove that Tank is way better.
Styles make fights.
I hear that.
I still want to see Devin against Ryan.
I want to see all of them fight.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Right now, their division from 135 to 140 is so contested, I'm still not convinced. And usually when you got a unified champion in a division, the talk is done. There's no debate. This game has shown me that, hold on, wait. You can still craft a champion without him technically being uncontested. You get without him being right
there
now.
Be any doubts.
They shouldn't. I've got so many doubts. I've got doubts for Ryan against Devin. I got doubts for Tank against Devin. I got doubts for Shakur against Devin. You get it? If he goes to 140, I've got doubts for Devin. I've got doubts, big doubt, and I'm saying my doubts are screaming that right now I feel like Tank is actually that guy. Because from what I've seen, I feel like Tank is the only one that's got an extra gear above them. Devin was bloody. I thought with Devin, that he was a very defensive fighter. I thought he was very hard to hit. That was my original. As I've been watching him, I keep seeing this guy. And it's boxing. You can't swim without getting wet.
Yeah.
I get it. Shakur don't get hit like that. Look, I know Devin's fought better fighters. I get it. I understand that. Tank's got a better defense than Devin. No one can tell. Listen, Tank's fought shooters, big hitters. Lomachenko's not a big hitter, you know. Thingy, Rolly's got more power. Ryan's got more power. A couple man that Lomachenko, that Tank has fought, have got more power than the guys that Devin's fought. And I'm screaming, that Devin has taken a lot more licks than I've seen Tank take. I've seen Devin wobbled a couple times now.
Oh, I will say
his mouth bloody.
Quality.
Listen, I get what you're saying about quality, but for you to be, you see, Devin, not to say he's compared to Floyd, but ultimately, the reason why he's getting a pass on having such a low stoppage ratio is the fact that he's being compared to Floyd. It's like a Floyd thing, innit? It's like, yo, your techers is so good, that obviously you're not stopping guys, so we're marketing you like that. But the difference is Floyd didn't get hit. For you not to stop people, and you know what Shakur does in the lightweight divisions, is he boxes people to the point where he doesn't get a mark on. There's no. It goes UD, but there's no. This guy didn't even get hit, bro. Devin's getting hit, cuzzy. Devin's getting tapped. He was getting hit with straight left. There was a point where he was looking at his dad like, Dad, he's figured me out. He's hitting me with double left. His dad kept telling him, "You're winning the fight. Don't worry, you're winning the fight." It's not giving me that unified.
But you know what? That I could take. Well, maybe I'm just over positive, but I could actually take some positives out of that. He felt he was losing, or he felt he weren't doing much, and he still was busting him up because them body shots were really taking a toll on Loma. And
Loma had 2 black eyes. He had like
exactly,
but Loma's not a defensive wizard himself.
Yeah, and that's 100%. Like we didn't expect him to not get hit. I think it was the fact that he took it to him, and he didn't shy away. And I think ultimately, when we look at like Loma back in the day and some of the fights, and I've always said some of his previous fights were bloody weird. These are guys that used to knock people out. I remember that fight with the Jamaican guy, and there was a time where they used to call Lomachenko Nomashenko because everybody that used to fight him would quit on the stool.
He makes you want to quit.
And the last few fights that Lomachenko, he looked very normal, very human. There was a point where like literally people quit. Or I mean, when he fought our favorite fighter, Regan, what he did to him, it broke my heart.
Good, and he won.
And you would have thought, he's getting blackballed, this and that, blah, blah. And he started making up excuses, and I was like, swear down, so you're not that guy.
Yeah.
But it showed not that guy.
Lomachenko was that guy. And Lomachenko still is. I feel he gives everyone problems.
He's done his thing.
He gives Tank problems, he gives Ryan problems, he gives all of them problems.
He's never taken tune-up fight. Well, he took a tune-up fight before this fight, but before then, it's always been third fight world champion. Top boy. You know, and it's gone from there. So
look up Lomachenko still.
So I'm happy that he's not quitting. I'm happy he's gonna fight again. I don't think there'll be a rematch, but
they don't want a rematch. Yeah, they can't want a rematch.
There's no point anyway, in my personal opinion. I don't.
It was close enough for me to want to re on it, but I don't think the marketing and their team want that. I don't think no one's team wants that.
Yeah, I don't think there's money in that fight. Hence why.
It's just one of them
the theatrics were
They'd rather have Loma go back down and wait or fight once these men leave to
fight Tank. I want to see that Loma versus Tank.
It'll be a good fight.
Do it. Really clean him out. Knock him out like he did Ryan Garcia.
I think Tank could do it, but Tank could lose. That's what I'm going to say. This division is very contested. This division is the type of division where I won't be happy until they all mix up with each other. I want them to all. I want it to be, like a paint. You know when you get paint, and you're a little kid, and the teacher's like, use red and use yellow, and you're like, you know what? Ban all of this. I want to put them all together, mash it up. I want 135 to 140 to be like that. I want all of them to mix up because right now the names in that division, it'd be beautiful. That's the only way we can decipher who the best is, and whoever comes out of that is going to be a legend.
It's got to a stage where it's overcrowded. I've never seen the welterweight division this crowded.
It's crowded from 135 to 140. It's crowded.
I'm talking about 130 all the way. Like literally, there's so many good quality fighters that came at the same time. Yeah. So there's no reason why
gunners.
Tank shouldn't get a fight with
undefeated.
Shakur shouldn't get a fight, and they've all sparred each
Lomachenko, even with his 3 losses at the moment, still worth me watching. I'd like to see him against Shakur. I wouldn't mind any of these fights being put up because right now I feel like although Devin Haney's got the full belts, it's not like when Crawford took it, and it's not like when Usyk took it in the cruiser. I feel like there's a lot of contenders that still got a claim. Even with Ryan, it's not a foregone conclusion that Devin beats Ryan. It's not a foregone conclusion that Lomachenko beats Ryan or Ryan beats Lomachenko. Do you get it? Like there's no, the only people that I have top list is Shakur, Devin being the top, obviously purely off of the CV, but for me, I test. My top is Tank purely off of talent, but people can come to me and say, look at Devin, he's won everything. Shut up about Tank, and I can be like, yeah, you're right. And then people can look and say, look at Tank, look what he's doing. They shut up about Devin. And Shakur, same thing. And even the guys like Lomachenko and the rest, it's still contentious. Teofimo's gone to 140. He has to fight Josh Taylor.
Okay.
God knows. Because if he beats Josh Taylor, what are we saying then?
Josh Taylor's fighting at 140 still.
Yeah. Teofimo's is mandatory.
I thought Josh Taylor was going up.
He will, but I mean, he goes up is dangerous because Boots Ennis is still there, Ortiz is still there,
and these guys ain't even trying.
Crawford is still there, Spence is still there. Porter, I think Porter retired, but Porter was once there. You get it? Like, there's still guys there, so it's dangerous. Listen, right now, guys, boxing is a hotbed of danger, but everyone's getting the bag. Like, Tank and Ryan were not champions and they made a lot of money, 1.5 million pay-per-views. This was a better fight on paper. It was a better fight in general. Although it wasn't as exciting, it was a better fight from a purist boxing point of view, and they both got the bag no matter what anyone says. I think Devin, 4 milli.
Wow.
4 milli.
Wow.
If you remember, KSI probably made a milli off of his fight.
Yeah. You
get it? So boxing's in a good space. But what would you want to say to take it over?
Yeah, I think... we're gonna wrap up on that. I think on the other side of boxing, which I think is some good positive news, is Ryan Garcia has joined Errol Spence's camp. He's getting trained by I forgot his name. Oh my gosh, Errol Spence's coach.
I know you're talking about though, but I forgot his name. Yeah,
let me get his name up. Hold on.
Yeah. Spence, so he's going to be with the Charlos. That's not too bad. I mean,
I think that was...
And Joshua's there as well, isn't it? So it's Joshua, Ryan Garcia, Spence, Charlo. They can all mix it up with each other. The little sparring.
Derek James.
He's a good fight. He's a good coach. And he'll suit him as well.
So I think that's a sick addition.
Good look.
He's not gone with... I heard he was going to get with Eddie Renault, so...
They already were together. They didn't like each other. He didn't give him no time because of Canelo. Exactly. Canelo's a big fighter.
So he's got with Derek James, which I personally think Derek James is a really
it's going to take a while for you to
we'll see. I like what he's done with Anthony Joshua.
Joshua looked good.
And we'll see from there.
Yeah,
but I think we'll wrap up on there.
We're trying to
keep these episodes under 30 minutes.
Come on, you're done now.
Make sure you subscribe, please. Like. I know this is our first video. We do plan to do lives, reaction videos, all of that stuff. Obviously, bear with us. We're getting in the swings of things. Life has happened. But, got Talks, Malik, Boxing with the Man them. Peace.
Much love. Blessings.